I remember seeing the first trailer for Death of a Unicorn and just not being impressed by it really at all. I think the only reason why I was somewhat interested was because of the cast alone. You have such star power in the movie. I went in cautiously optimistic. I heard some good buzz, some mixed buzz. I mean, come on, you have America's sweetheart Paul Rudd in your movie? Like, I feel like I'm gonna be intrigued by just that alone. And it's unfortunate that I have to say this, but I did not find this movie to be enjoyable really whatsoever. I found it to be dull, predictable, and not funny. This is a comedy that isn't funny. I feel like we've seen an influx in movies that tackle class and wealth. We've seen some great movies come out of that in the past couple years. Death of a Unicorn is not an example of that, though. This movie offers little to none in terms of new commentary on wealth, the rich, and abusing their wealth once they have a new source of power. The movie has some gruesome kills. If you're looking for a movie that has people that abuse their power and you want to see them die a gruesome death, then I guess this movie will satisfy you. But I just found it to be so dull. The movie was just dragging on. I was continuously waiting for it to end, and it just felt like it was much longer than it was, and it was under 2 hours. Like I mentioned, it's a movie that is pretty much marketed as a comedy, a dark comedy, if you will, and it's not funny at all. Like, I almost felt like I was forcing myself to laugh to like convince myself that I was having a good time, but that wasn't the case. I don't know if anyone else has had an experience like that where they've tried to convince themselves that they're watching a good movie when it's actually not, or in this case, a movie that's funny when it's actually not. The central relationship between Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd is like the core heart of the movie. It should be an easy layup to just make a relationship that you actually care about and wanting to see them make amends. Well, the final moment was good. I found it to be just underdeveloped, and I just didn't really care. And talk about a waste of a great cast. The writing doesn't give them much to work with at all, so they're trying their hardest, and especially Jenna Ortega in that final moment, I really felt like she shined. But Will Poulter, who I really like to see, and I liked him at the beginning, but I just felt like he was just doing too much in this movie, and I found it to be more annoying by the end of it. You just know where it's going, and I just found nothing new in this movie. That's why I found it dull. I was not compelled by any means with anything here. This should have been at least a decent enough watch, and at best a great movie that tackles new themes, has new commentary. It's not that. Just a painfully uninteresting attempt at making another movie that tackles class. The story just has a different skin. It's on the inside, it's something you've seen before, and something that you've definitely seen done more effectively before. I'm gonna give Death of a Unicorn a D+, and unless you're dying to see this movie, just skip it. I wish I was more passionate about this movie, and I really came out really liking it, but as you can tell, I was not a fan. But maybe you thought differently. Be sure to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and as always, look forward to more content coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.